Now, on this episode of Did You Know, I'm sure you already know that the power grid is a big topic of conversation year round, whether it's the heat of summer or the super cold winters or even the severe seasons like spring and fall. I mean, all year round, you got to be prepared. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. We've got Erin Balor from For Patriots. She's a co-founder. Thank you so much for joining us today.
I'm so happy to be here.
So what are some of the things that people should have ready to go in case the power goes out?
That's a fantastic question. Unfortunately, so many of us don't think about what we might need to have in an emergency until it's actually happening. And then you're scrambling around, you're maybe rushing to the store, you're like fighting with other people about the last bottles of water or what have you. So both FEMA and the Red Cross recommend at least 72 hours worth of non-perishable food for each person in your family. So that is a fantastic starting point for anyone if you just want to cover the basics, and planning for water storage. And something that people don't often think about with water is you don't just need water for drinking, but you also need water for cooking and for just basic hygiene. So it's more than you think. Today's water filtration systems, the technology's gotten so good, you can replace hundreds of gallons of water with a single filter, and they use gravity to filter, so you don't need power for them to work. So that's just a great thing to have on hand. If you want to store water, there are water storage containers that you can get that are stackable, that have spigots and spouts on them that make it easy to use, that are a specific BPA-free plastic that will not leak. Because if you just buy gallon jugs of water from the supermarket or bottled water, I've actually done that in the past, and over time those do start to degrade and they start to leak, and next thing you know, you go out to get one of your handy jugs of water and find that it's empty and has leaked all over your garage floor, which totally happened to me many years ago.
Since the power goes out so often here in Texas, maybe we could talk a little bit about just different kinds of generators, whether you want to use gas or they even have solar ones now.
Yep, absolutely. In these times, I mean, having a source of power is key. I mean, people feel incredibly cut off if they don't have access to their devices, their phones. Many people have medical devices that they need in order to live a healthy life. And so that's a big cause of concern for a lot of people. We are big fans of solar powered generators. That's really the technology that we've chosen to pursue and invest in our business. The technology has gotten so good, and it's just really great for a power outage because they don't generate any fumes.
I love hearing that your company is investing in that. And I'd like to hear a little bit more about your company.
Oh, I would love to tell you. We really founded For Patriots in order to help people be more independent and more self-reliant and just have more peace of mind when it comes to being ready for the uncertainty that comes from natural disasters or even inconveniences like power outages. As I mentioned, you know, we kind of realized that this was something that people didn't think about until it was almost too late. So we're really committed to helping everyday Americans just figure out what they need to help be ready for whatever might come their way. So shelf-stable food, time-based food kits that keep for up to 25 years, which I know sounds crazy, but it tastes awesome. You only need boiling water to cook it, and it stores in totes that you can slide under your bed or in a closet, and you don't have to worry about rushing out to the store if your roads are frozen over or there's downed trees in the road.
That is really exciting and interesting stuff, and really it is never too soon to have a plan in place because, as you said, there are so many people that wait until it happens. And with the way that the power grid is in Texas and all the storms that we see, odds are it's going to happen at some time. And there's no better time like the present to have a plan. So I really appreciate the tips that you shared with us.